It's like I'm wrapped up in the 60s, smoking weed with Big Diddy. Sadini never stop. This nigga from the Dean, I really fuck the shitty. Never second look the greedy or the silly. Matter of fact, that's a blind, you can come with me. Cause if freedom got the price, I'd rather steal it. Raw deal it, cap peel it, spit it down the sun, I roll it up and seal it. Bottle and steal it, crack the necklace, straight kill it. Yeah, the life is not a knife until the flesh gets to feel it. Education, the art of war, peace, manipulation. Snake game with them hoes, watching work the plantation. Upload like Haitians, lacerations and abrasions to frustrated warriors who can't remain patient. Should've fucked it when you stuck it, but you made love to it. Should've pimped it, but you sipped it when you gave love to it. But I keep slugs to it as the beat cause the salmon, broken necks and head cracks while the panties keep coming. So on your knees, take MCs and verbal wannabes. I make moves like the bass, like lower extremities. These lyrical Pharisees that dare to compare to me when the screw becomes a death that feeds on your short legacy. With fluid flows, my liquid telepathy asphyxiates every thought to create mental jeopardy. Choose your words carefully. Avoid every line you design with my verbal hysterectomy and no running or hiding.
Good things, y'all. Good things.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna say much.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We knew her dad. I'll tell you that. We knew her dad very well.
So just growing up, like my brother started a recording studio at my grandma's house. So they converted the 2-car garage into when we moved to Jersey.
Yeah.
This is my half brother because I'm the only child with my mom. So everyone moved to Jersey after being in New York because, you know, why live in a small little place where you can own a house for the price that New York was already going up in price.
Right.
And that was back in the 90s. So
Right.
we moved to Jersey. Most of my dad's side of the family lived in Willingboro, South Jersey. And then my mom wanted me to have a better education, so we moved to Mount Laurel. So when I moved to Mount Laurel, I met my good friend Stan that's in the next room. Mm-hmm. And it's just endless from there.
You are ridiculously relaxed and calm to be from New York or in New Jersey in that area.
You just know when to turn it on and turn it off. And then
I mean, because most cats from the East Coast are like, yo!
I didn't.
Yo, B, you know, they barriers, yo. You know what I mean? You got an LA attitude.
Well, it's not really my attitude. Well, I've been out here for
like
6
LA,
years now.
LA, we like that. Well, you know, give a fuck.
But my thing was because when I started doing martial arts, that's what really calmed me down because it really taught me discipline, and I used it for the music and business side of it.
Yeah,
it's like if you try and be professional, you can't be snapping on someone because a business deal is not a good deal. Just say, yo, it's not a good deal. Some people will respect that, some people won't. And then sometimes you just take it, you know, off the meeting table and then you can get at them directly.
Yeah, that's a different meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a different sanction type of meeting. You understand what I'm saying? But, yeah, you can't do business if everybody's hollering and screaming and being violent.
Nah.
Wilding out and all that.
I know what I bring to the table. So, you know, I can take someone that doesn't have a name and really put that person in a good position. They just need to apply it. So if they don't apply it, it's more like I feel like I kind of waste my time, and it's like the smack in my face because I'm going all out for you.
Yeah.
But how are you not going all out for your damn self? That's crazy.
Right.
So, but
that's a lot of motherfuckers.
I started to witness.
It's like I
started to witness.
A lot of motherfuckers, man. I don't want to say they hype it. It's not that they hype. It's that they put the cart before the horse.
Right.
They get this grandiose idea of what they can be, and then they live in what they can be and not live in getting themselves to that point.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's like they get this idea, I'm on stage, I want the hoes, I want money, I'm doing all this other shit, and then he goes into this whole visual thing in his mind, and then he just stays there. While he's still sitting in the room.
Trust me,
with nothing going on, and everybody looking at you like...
I had people come in here to do recording sessions, and they took more photos than actually finishing the song.
You bullshit.
Deadass.
And paid you.
Paid me.
And posted it.
And posted on IG.
I was did it.
Yeah, I was with BG. This song fire. And I was like, damn, we gotta finish the outro. And then if we're gonna really nitpick it, like maybe you should say this word like this.
Yeah.
You know, like I give suggestions. You know, but if they like it for what it is, like I just.
So do they? Is it that they not know the plaques? Do they not know the track record of the history? Do they think it's just?
I don't even think it's that. I think it's more like, a lot of engineers just don't really get like the credit that it's really need to be due. Like sometimes you come in the room and they think you the producer and you like, nah, I'm the engineer.
I just run the board. Huh?
Yeah, and then you give a suggestion because my opinion, if an engineer is giving me suggestions, that means that song is going to be something or it's going in the right direction.
You bring life. You breathe the life into the track.
Well, the engineer got to control the room too. That a lot of people don't. If the session ain't going right, the first person they looking at is the engineer.
Right.
Because the artist saying, "Yo, this is not doing."
Yeah, you didn't put my level right. You didn't do this.
You like, nah.
Yeah.
They ain't me.
So you end up directing, like you said, / producing, engineering.
Then management.
Yeah, management, because you're the only one that knows the details of the track. And
I just know what I did was educate myself. Cause I've been in rooms where there's a lot of smarter people, like business wise, and I was like, I know that's where I'm lacking. So I ended up like getting books on it, and then I was just like, when you're around good people and people that want to see you do good, you automatically will learn anyway, even if you're the quiet person in the room. Because if you apply what you learn in the room and then do your research, like I was doing, that's when I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. And then with that, okay.
Yeah, because that's how I got in there. Like I always wanted to do the beats.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to do production and music. And then because I didn't have the equipment to do the music, I started writing. So then I just started doing lyrics and rapping and shit. And then when I got to a point where I could go to school, I went to LARW, I went to school. So then I started doing the engineering because I got tired of making up beats and then niggas was taking them because I didn't know how to put them on myself.
Right.
So I was like, man, I can't, I wasn't like I was like James Brown, where James Brown had a team that was loyal to him. So he'd tell them play this, they play that for him. I say do this, and then nigga be like, he got an idea there, and then he tried to take it. I'm one that made that up. So then I'm like, all right, so that wasn't gonna work.
Facts.
So I was like, I ended up engineering, and trying to learn how to do the board and learn how to do everything so I can make up my own beats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, it's like kind of like how you said, you end up figuring out as an engineer, get a glue to the whole project.
Without the engineer.
So then without the engineer, there's no vocals, there's no production, the drums don't sound live enough, the beat's not live enough, you know what I mean? Without the engineer, it just doesn't, It's like a building without plan. It's like like plans without building.
It's like
got a whole big ass
here's the blueprint.
Yeah.
But when's the stuff coming?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No engineer.
Now these days everyone's low key an engineer now these days because artists can record themselves now. They made everything very simple, but it's like you should still have.
Yeah, but if you don't know the details and the ins and outs. You know what I mean? You can't just rely on fucking prefab shit.
Oh no! Some people do it. They'll get a sound, and then I'll hear, and like I said, I know what you was trying to do. Cool. Let me clean this up. And then when they hear their mix versus my mix and master version, then they're like, "Oh, okay, I see why we."
See, that's how waiting for you grow. For it's over when I'm come back, I'm gonna give you my laptop and be like, let's check this out.
I told you, bro. I was like,
man, I got some crazy shit that I'm like, yo, that I'm looking at like, yo, I gotta get this right, and because I do a lot of chopping and loop digging, I hit that wall big time with the fucking labels, bro.
Hey,
for real.
Hey.
Fucking labels, bro. I hit a wall big time because like now, with the streaming platforms, you can make whatever you want. You can buy whatever you want, put it together and make it. But you can't get that shit out to nothing without streaming it. People don't use CDs no more. People don't use zip drives.
No more,
They don't make cars with CD players. No zip drives out no more like that. People aren't MP3ing.
No.
None of that shit. It's all streaming. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's all streaming.
I laugh when people was like, I have to get like the biggest iPhones for my storage. And I'm like, what do you got on your phone? And they just say photos and videos and unnecessary shit. I was like,
bro.
What?
Selfies.
Yeah, I was like, well, you know how we see that at the club.
Yeah. Well, selfie is life, I guess.
They can have that.
You know what I'm saying?
Have that.
You gotta get some ice, bro. Because this whiskey is rough.
I
No?
don't think so. No. It's a studio, you know.
It's a
It's
studio.
a hip hop studio.
Nigga shit. We lucky to have red cups. We have to go across the street to McDonald's to get some ice.
Right? Go on. Yo, I just need to use the machine.
Yeah, I
real
just need a
quick.
cup of ice. We over here and we just need a cup of ice, yo.
That's hilarious.
Come on, Ronald.
When we first moved to this building, because the studio, when I first got here, we had a studio in Burbank, and then we had the studio run out of I think it was like a 4-bedroom house, and we converted it into a studio, and then that was running for a good 2.5, 3 years, no 2.5, and then we moved down here.
Why'd you leave Burbank?
One of the neighbors snitched on us and said we was using it as a commercial building. We did have celebrities coming in and out of it.
But
we got snitched on.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out because you're playing, we just playing music,
Yeah, but
partying, fucking hoes.
I heard.
With
Well,
famous
we
people.
didn't even have that. We didn't, when we work, we work. We don't really have that. When people have that.
Well, I mean, they don't know. I mean, they're not in the house, right? I mean, they just hear the music, right?
Well, the room that the one producer that was in wasn't soundproof, but all the other rooms were soundproof and built out.
Right.
So this guy was blasting the music at 3 in the morning.
In the wrong damn room.
In the wrong room.
See, it's always one.
Yeah.
You build some shit. It's always one motherfucker that just
Fuck that for her, bro.
right. That just doesn't adhere.
And it wasn't like the police came. They ended up having what do you call those people? The property of Burbank. They came and it was this is being ran as a commercial.
Oh,
building.
the city inspectors and shit.
Yeah,
came.
and they were you gotta turn this back into at
you
least
know.
a bedroom. You can have a studio and 2 rooms, but
not the whole damn house.
Not the whole damn house. And everyone just decided it just didn't make sense at that point.
You know, they be making movies in Burbank, so they're yo.
Yeah, I know.
We're supposed to get our extra commercial tax for this shit.
Exactly. So my boy Stan was looking for another spot, and then he came across this spot on Craigslist. I think he found this on Craigslist.
Right.
And we were all working out of one room. We didn't even have this room. This is my room now.
Yeah.
My shit.
He said this is your room.
But we only had one room, and we were. What was I mixing? I know we was mixing Jaden stuff at the time, and we was mixing a lot of other people's shit. And it was at the point where it was just why are you gonna drive? You've been working all night. But I was working at a running store too, because I was a struggling artist at the time when I first moved out here.
Right.
So I was working at the running store. From the running store, I would come here, set up the sessions, do light mixes on the songs. If certain songs need radio edits from OT or anybody that, I was doing those. So had those ready. So then that's done with. But by that time, it's 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm riding a motorcycle. I'm not going to ride, all the way back. I lived in North Hollywood, right off